Illinois is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm pleased to see this being included today, the NUKE Act, which my colleague Mike Doyle and I have been working on for well over a year, including today, and I thank him for his help. We've worked on this bill for so long because we both realize that this is a pivotal moment for nuclear power. This is technology that was invented in my home state of Illinois, so, that makes us better than everybody else on that, and continues to provide my constituents with reliable, carbon-free electricity. Unfortunately, the fate of our nation's nuclear fleet is not guaranteed, and the consequences of continued early retirement, from the loss of good jobs to ceding our global leadership on safety and non-proliferation, are all too real. And as was discussed on the prior bill, there are a lot of issues we have to deal with in terms of continuing our world leadership in a very different world than when the rules were written. This legislation provides reasonable reforms to the Nuclear Regulatory Commission to increase accountability, transparency, and predictability in regulation. Reducing the regulatory burden on existing plants while still maintaining the NRC's gold standard of safety will make it easier for not only our current fleet of nuclear plants, but also the next generation of nuclear to thrive. This amendment makes several changes to H.R. 1320, many of which are based on technical feedback from the NRC and based on feedback from my colleagues on this committee. Specifically, this amendment extends several compliance and reporting dates to account for the passage of time since the bill was introduced in March of 2017. Further, Section 8 is replaced with a sense of Congress to reflect the NRC's progress towards a rule on plant decommissioning. With many licenses and local communities awaiting guidance from NRC on this process, the previous language would have further delayed this by requiring NRC to restart the rulemaking process. Additionally, based on concerns from Ranking Member Pallone during last month's hearing, the deadlines in Section 7 have been modified to provide additional flexibility and recognition that unforeseen circumstances may arise to prevent those deadlines from being met. I look forward to continuing to work with members on both sides of the aisle to further refine this bill. Overall, this amendment, in the nature of a substitute, provides improved clarity and additional flexibility in this great underlying bill. With that, I encourage my colleagues to support this amendment, and if Mr. Doyle wants my timer to claim his own, I'm happy to yield to him.
I thank the gentleman.